It's a first R-rated Marvel film, and I think that people were really ready for it, really wanted it, and the public spoke, the fans spoke well before we even started, and that's how it actually got made, because Fox paid attention to him finally. I think, Ryan said he'd tried to shop, the film around for years and couldn't get anyone to buy it, and it was really the footage being leaked, the previous footage that Blur, Tim Miller, the director's company, got leaked. We're not sure how. Where the fan had just this, uproar of, you guys got to do it now. And Fox, listened.
What a wild, interesting start to
it. So I think that, the fans, everyone was ready to see an R-rated Marvel. We didn't know how big, I don't think anyone really knew how big it was going to soar. And that was just, the icing on the cake. But we did have an idea when we were previewing it through our preview process. You get feedback, you finish a cut, you show it to a very small group of people and get their feedback. And we started getting an idea that people were really liking it, no matter how finished the visual effects were, which is pretty unusual. So we started getting a feeling that we knew we had a hit on our hands, but it wasn't until it came out in the theaters that first weekend where everyone was like, oh my God, yeah. Well, that's tough. I think there's always a period where at first you want to believe everything they say. As long as it's positive, you want to believe everything they say. So there's that first romance period with, whatever test audience you have. And then you have, the doubt starts coming in, and it's like, well, I'm not sure if they're saying what we need to say, and then you have about 5 different camps with all different ideas about, well, we know we need to fix this little part, but how do we fix it, and how do we deal with that one little part? And then you have 6 different opinions. So it's, you've got that wonderful period of, we know we have a hit, how do we finish it off? And it's just tough. Lots of meetings, more script reviews, discussing if you need to add additional shooting, how are you going to finish it out with visual effects, and then there's always do we have enough money? Is the studio going to give us money for what exactly we want? So it's just a lot of talking and meeting of minds, and somehow, I don't even know, somehow you just get it done at the end. For me, it's rip up my hair. I don't know how we're going to get this done. How are we possibly going to get this done? Oh, of course, we get every film done. Oh, of course, we're going to finish this. So you just have to do step by step. Okay, what's the next thing we need to do? What's the next thing we need to do? Looking at the overall calendar, and never, if you don't meet those markers, just getting very, very nervous. Me going to the director or the producer saying, I'm very, very nervous. But somehow, I don't know, it always gets done. It's tough. It's tough. At that point, if there is a creative appetite that is bigger than the budget, because that's my job. I have to make sure we're on budget, on time. That's my first job, and if I can actualize the filmmaker's vision within that, then it's great. If I can establish a good relationship with them, it's even better. I think I was able to do all that. But, there's a point at which if their appetite is bigger than the budget, then it's, well, are you willing to give up anything? Or let's figure out a different way to do it and, look at options. If there is in the filmmaker's mind no option, then it's me fighting for them with the studio and saying, hey, we need X some more dollars to get this accomplished, and then they get to say no or yes. So, yeah. People, it's so organic, and my job is really being with editorial, the director and the producers, and we're at the ground floor. So, yeah, it's very organic, and somehow people wouldn't think that they lend each other to each other, but they do. And I also find that coming up with options for the budget is rather creative, and maybe other people wouldn't think so, but there is a creative solution-solving process to it. Yeah, I get to be the scapegoat. I get to be the, oh, Joan, you always have to be so practical. But I know if they say it with love or not.